Welcome to the From Job to CEO framework. This was designed to help those of you who know you want to have something of your own, whether it's a business that runs alongside your job or you're trying to create an empire that replaces your job in full. We all have skills and experience that can actually be monetized. If you've been successful at getting a job, you know stuff that someone is prepared to pay for. You are someone who, through either your personality, your knowledge, your experience, combination of all of those things, whatever it is, it's attracted a recruiter or a boss to give you a job and a paycheck. So you do have something that you can offer and turn into a product or a service to sell. This is about uncovering what that actually is for you and transferring it into a business model so you can take confident next steps. My name is Niky, and I help leaders and business owners build boundaries, systems, and mindsets to help them build and grow their own business. I have had an 18-year career in leadership, going from leading just 2 people to leading leaders of large teams. And I've transitioned these skills, this experience and knowledge into frameworks to support business owners. During my career, I have been quite passionate about wanting to work for myself. I undertook to take a Masters of Entrepreneurship that was to help me on this path. I had lots of ideas, but no clear business idea to start with. And it was during the course of that study that I became pretty obsessed with the way that you could use feasibility modeling to determine if a business was going to be profitable. And I developed the BizCalc Business Profitability Model, a tested, data-driven framework that helps business owners turn their ideas into profitable, measurable potential. I have now refined this very comprehensive business feasibility model into a GPT called BizCalc. In this video, we're going to go through the steps prior to needing BizCalc, and I'll take you through what the workbook contains that you'll have downloaded to uncover what you can actually sell based on your existing skills and how you can check if this will actually make money. This is for anyone who knows that they want to create their own business and work for themselves but isn't quite sure what business or idea is going to work for them. So, you can't sell what you can't see. Now, I have myself spent quite a lot of time stuck in the place where I knew I really wanted to own my own business, but I had no clue what I could possibly sell. I tried quite a few things that I'm pretty sure my husband would have preferred that I didn't. I've always had something on the go. And even now, I seem to see possibilities everywhere, which is quite distracting. So I do try and stay focused on my one core objective. I have a rather expensive clothing habit, for example, where I love quality designer clothing, but it is expensive. So to compensate my love, I decided to start selling. And the rule was that 1 in and 2 out. But for some reason, I have never run out of clothes in my wardrobe. But for a while, I was running this as a business model where I would buy quality designer clothes secondhand and then resell. But it was a lot of work. And I was buying things I liked, obviously. So didn't sell quite as many as I could have because, I liked them. So not super successful. It did take me quite a long time to realize that my ideal business idea was actually already in my daily life. For some reason, I couldn't connect the career that I'd built with a business opportunity. Fortunately, I did work it out, and it was through talking to others about their own careers and providing coaching and guidance that made me realize that I was actually very good at identifying business opportunities from career skill sets. Coaching others and developing them has been my bread and butter in my 9 to 5. And this is very transferable to a business such as the one I have today, where I'm helping business owners by providing tools and support to lead their business, whether that's helping them with decision making, delegation, saying no, or setting good boundaries to stay calm under pressure, or utilizing my BizCalc tool to check the profitability of business ideas. The skills to confidently do this and deliver value come from my experience, my study, and my career. So trust me that you have skills that are transferable, and it is quite fun to uncover these and explore potential opportunities. Now, one of the reasons I did get stuck was that I kept thinking that I needed a brand new idea for a business. What I offer is not brand new or big or revolutionary. It's really just using my experience and point of view to help others. And yes, there are lots of other coaches and business advisors that you can buy workshops and courses and coaching from. I've seen them too, but people have bought from me and I've had great feedback, and I've helped many people who liked working with me. So don't get stuck in thinking that you need to create something revolutionary or completely new and unique to have your own business. If there are others doing something that's similar, it does not mean that you shouldn't. It means there's a market for it. No one business coach offers the same coaching, courses, or products that I do. Everyone comes from a different experience, culture, point of view, and that is your unique selling point. Competition is not a barrier. It is reinforcement that the need exists. Step 1 in the workbook will take you through how to identify your strengths and skills. This will require some thinking on your part, but once you get into the flow, it's easy stuff. It's about you, and you know you. I would start with your job. If you have access to your job description, what are the tasks and duties that you need to do in your work every day? What is required for you to already know to do these things? Perhaps you're a teacher. I can think of 3,000 different business ideas from being a teacher, but if you start with what you know, so a teacher, obviously good at engaging and connecting with people, good communication, patience, not something I have a lot of, but presumably a teacher of young children would have a fair amount of patience. And then from that, there are things that you know that you're good at. Perhaps you work in retail, you understand customer service, how to communicate, the principles of selling. There's a big one right there. The idea is to work through what you do each day, what skills or knowledge you need to do those things, and what other attributes that could be the key to uncovering your profit potential. If you get stuck, utilize the GPT prompts that I've put inside your workbook. They're going to help nudge your brain into spaces that you might not be able to think of yourself. I also suggest in the workbook that you get feedback from those that you work with. So perhaps they're people that are your managers or previous managers, or they're your colleagues or clients, if that's appropriate. People around you will often see things that we cannot see ourselves. Don't overcomplicate it. Just ask, what's one thing that you think that I do better than most? You'll be surprised at what comes back. I certainly have been. You also don't need to tell any of these people that you are doing this exercise because you're trying to come up with your own business idea so you can leave your job. For obvious reasons, that might not be the ideal way to frame it. You can frame it as professional development, because regardless, this information is definitely going to give you good intel that will build you professionally. Step 2 in the workbook is about taking those skills and experience that you identified in step 1 and turning them into a possible sellable product or service. You might have uncovered that your skills are communication, organization, and your peers are always asking you for help with spreadsheets. Thinking about that yourself in terms of what on earth could I come up with as a business idea can be a bit of a stumbling block. So use the GPT prompts that are in your workbook for step 2 to help you start brainstorming. So if you put one of the prompts into GPT, which is also in your workbook, like, these are the comments that I've received from colleagues or managers. You're great at communicating and keeping everybody aligned, or you're always incredibly organized. You are the go-to person for help with spreadsheets. You put that in the feedback that you got from others or compliments that you've recalled in the past, then you add into the prompt, what themes or patterns do you see? How could these become a unique business advantage? GPT will then give you the themes and patterns from what you've provided. So for that particular prompt, the themes and patterns might be, you excel at turning chaos into clarity. You have a natural process improvement mindset so that you could use systems or tools like spreadsheets. You bridge the gap between people and the data so you're able to clearly translate information into understandable explanations for others. Then it gives you your unique business advantage. You could build a business about how to make other people efficient. So if you combine that with spreadsheets, you could do something around setting systems up for people. Or you could do spreadsheet to automation service. So turning messy client tracking stuff into clean dashboards, for example. It could be that you're just teaching people how to use spreadsheets. In this example, GPT will pull out some clear themes, which for the spreadsheet person who's really organized and a good communicator, it'll be around communication, organization, and data management. And then it comes up with some ideas about how you can connect that to what somebody could actually pay for. So it's connecting the dots, which can sometimes be quite hard for us to do ourselves. It's super fast, gives you some clarity on options that might be available that you haven't thought of. And again, the workbook gives you all of these GPT prompts so that you can do this yourself for your own examples. Now, having a business idea is just the start. Two of the most common reasons for business failure are lack of funds to sustain the business prior to when you get profitable, and failure to actually understand the industry or the target customer. Now, like I said, I got pretty interested when I was doing my Masters in how you test the market to ensure your business idea is going to be profitable. And my research showed a pretty serious lack of knowledge in how to actually do this. So I created the tool that tests just that, the viability of a business or product idea. It's called BizCalc, and it provides that tailored financial and market forecast for your first 3 years of business by you plugging all your own information in there and it helping you determine what the outcome might be and giving you a profitability score. It also gives key recommendations on how you can improve it so you can edit and adjust before you invest time and money in your idea. It was developed through my research and I wrote my master's thesis on it, and I got it tested with a whole bunch of founders. So it really blends academic rigor with real-world usability. So even if you're not a finance expert, you can completely understand the information that it's providing. So first off, you use the workbook to get clarity on the skills that you can convert into a business so that you can take your 9-to-5 job and what you do really well there and convert it into something that is a viable business. Then, if you want to take it further, check out my BizCalc GPT to ensure that your business idea is actually going to pay off. The link for more information on BizCalc is in your workbook and on your screen at leadershipwithniky.com. And I will say that this is something that's been really tested and researched, so it's really good value for money and one that you can keep using. So you might use it for your initial business idea and then do like what I do with it. When I come up with new ideas for new products or services, I run them through this BizCalc profitability model each time. And it gives me some really good insight on what I need to change or adapt to make it profitable. So it's not a one and done. You can keep using it forever once you buy it and keep testing all your new great ideas. So if you're ready, no spreadsheets, no guesswork, just some clarity, but start with that workbook, download it, do the exercises that are in there, and convert your skills, your knowledge, your expertise into business ideas that are tailored for you. Thank you very much for your time, and thanks very much for watching.